Hey, good morning from Hawaii. I just wanted to talk to you about dealing with a company called CNG Immigration and Business Services. This company was recommended and touted to be legitimate by the savvy expat. And so I followed up with them and did go into contract with them um, to get a service. To apply for a business license or an ability to do a business as an American in the Philippines. And they were like, oh, yeah, no problem. This Heidi Cajes, she committed and even wrote into their contract that they were going to be able to provide services for me. And then before you know it, they weren't communicating in a timely fashion. And then all of a sudden it was, well, we can't do it this way. So we'll have to find out another way. And then it was like, oh, well, we can't proceed because you haven't been in the Philippines for longer than 120 days, which is a requirement. And that was never a question prior to um, agreeing to the services that they would be able to supposedly provide. So again, I'm going to just say really quickly, as opposed to get into details, but I do have all the emails and the contract that I would not trust CNG Immigration and Business Services on my personal dealing with them. So my suggestion to you is to steer clear from that company and from the people that are involved. A person named Kevin um, is also involved, and they've been very poor at communications, but they have not been poor on wanting the money. So I did pay for a portion of the services to be initiated. When they could not provide the services that I was requiring, I told them just to forget it and take the money that they already got, $1,300, not pesos, dollars, and transfer that over to the services of making a local Filipino have a uh, charitable foundation. And I gave them the information of that person and tell them just take the funds that I've given you and transfer it over to working with a local Filipino to build a local business. And when they were uh, told to do that. They supposedly agreed, and then the next thing you know, they wanted more money from me. Then they kept communicating with me, and I kept telling them, "This is something that I've turned over to you to work with that other person, not to me. Do not refer to me." They recently sent another bill saying they needed more money to complete the project for the other person who is a Filipino national. Looking to run a business in the Philippines. And what they did was change the first name on the paperwork, and it states, Dear Maravik, since 2019, CNG has been dedicated to helping expats receive their or achieve their dreams of living and prospering in the Philippines. We offer a comprehensive range of services, including visa assistance, business registration, and setup and legal support. We're here to help you find the best path forward and get things done. Accredited with the Philippine Retirement Authority, Department of Labor, and 96% visa approval. Anyhow, it just kept going. But you notice how they started it off to this, because I told Maravik to go ahead, this Filipina, to go ahead and deal with them and let them help you start a company there in the Philippines that would be a nonprofit to help indigenous people. So this is what the program's about. Nonprofit helping the indigenous people of the Philippines, and they want to start off by changing the title, just by changing her name. Because I asked them to produce, I told her, tell them to produce a contract that they have with you since they're wanting money. And all they did was change the name from my name to her name and started off with the same cheesy line. Helping expats achieve their dreams. What does that have to do with a company helping a local Filipino um, uh, I'm sorry, uh, attain an ability to work in a nonprofit in the Philippines. So CNG, they on the second page, the purpose of this contract or this letter is to CNG will provide business registration services on behalf of them. They changed the name Maravik Gawat with the following scope: registration with the Securities Exchange, registration with the Bureau of Internal Revenue, registration with the local government unit, LGU, other regulatory requirements to accomplish the above mentioned objective. The services inclusive mobilization costs, documentation preparation, on-site processing, coordination with concerned agencies, legal constitution, and notarizing costs. Well, I don't know about notarizing costs. So anyhow, again, they charged, here it is, SEC Foreign Investments Act and stock and transfer book. They actually charged 3,000 pesos for that. What would a contract with a local have to do with SEC Foreign Investments Act? You see, all they did was change their name. And how dastardly, how crooked can they possibly be, wanting to rob from a local Filipino trying to start a what you call it, a nonprofit to help local indigenous people of the Philippines. So I would not trust these people. Heidi Cajes, who's the consultant, who's on this letter that I've gotten, and all they did was change my name to Maravik's name and trying to make her accountable for a contract she never signed. So this is what's going on with CNG Immigration and Business Services. I would stay clear from them. They're out of Cebu, and they are on the 6th floor of the iCare building on Legazpi Street in Makati. I guess they have 2 buildings, one in Cebu and one in Makati. The other one was in Cebu is the level 4 Robinson's Galleria, Cebu City, Cebu. And the 6th floor iCare building is in Makati. So steer clear of them. As far as my experience with them, it has been a very dishonest one. Thank you very much. And I hope this serves you expats or Filipinos who would use these people to be very cautious. And hopefully, if you do use them, you have a better experience than I have. All right. Have a great day.